I am here today, guys, to bring you no good news. It should create an epiphany in your brain with what we're about to discuss. And the truth is that we are slaves and we have been tricked. Work is uncivilized. Not hard work. Working hard for your dreams is fine. But working hard, having a job, having a boss is uncivilized. It's unnatural. It's not a human thing to do. You tune into Guzzi's World. I'm your host, User, the great one left. I'm him, Himothy, Him Duncan, the great Elohim, Swagger McJagger, Swagpit, Swagston Kutcher, keeping it real like Ian Beale. We don't care how you feel. Class in session. Order. Guys, we've been tricked. We've all been tricked. Working for other people is not the answer. It is slavery. Voluntarily done. No. I'm not saying don't work. I'm not saying don't be lazy. What I'm saying is wake up, work out, work for yourself. Work for yourself, guys. If you're not working for yourself or trying to work for yourself, you're insane. You're out of your mind. They have tricked us to think that being a slave for the majority of our life is the right thing to do. I don't have a boss, and I've had a boss for most of my life. But one thing I do know is I will never work for another person for as long as I'm alive. I will never have someone who tells me when I can go to the toilet. I will never have someone who tells me when I can answer my phone to my loved ones. I will never have someone who tells me when you can go and eat food. I will never have someone who tells me, got a dry throat. Yeah, you can go and get a drink now, mate. I will never have someone tell me when I can go on holiday. I will never have someone tell me when I can go and explore the rest of the world. I will never have a boss again, guys. And you shouldn't want one either. That's why I never understand jobs whiffs. Oh, jobs whiffs are the worst people in the world. They're the people who are the slaves and they don't even realize the slaves and they're happy to be it. Oh, what are you still doing here? You finished? I thought you finished like 45 minutes ago. Yeah, mate, I just had to crack on and get it done. What, are you on overtime? No, mate, just doing it. I know you've met people like that. I have. Oh, God, the amount of jobs with I've met in my 36 years of life is frightening. I've met enough jobs with to last me a lifetime. And everyone I've met all make me sick to my stomach. Because if this was the plantation, I would have been one of the runaways. I would have been, right, master's in the house. At this time, we can go here at this time, right? If we get enough of us there, we can overpower them guards. I would have been one of them. Because that's what I've been in all my workplaces anyway. I've been a runaway. I've had people, where have you been? Oh, toilet, I just had to go toilet. You was gone 30 minutes. Okay. I'm that guy. I'm him. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. Nightmare to manage. But I'm fair. And I'm a reasonable person. But what I am not is going to have another man or woman tell me when I can go to the toilet. I'm sorry. I'm just not that guy. I'm not that guy. I don't care. Bun the job. Huh? That's what I'm like as a person. Anyone who's worked with me, they know I'm not lying. I go from cool to bun the job very fast. And that's why I will never have a boss again. I am out of the matrix of working for other people. I work for myself. I work damn hard. How about that? Oh, I put in effort in everything I do in my world. But if you think I'm going to take the remainder of my life, wake up at 6, the alarm goes off, I've got to rush and put my trousers on one leg at a time, jump in the car and drive that. For another man or woman's hopes and dreams, you're crazy. I don't have no step parents. I never have. I've always had one mum and one dad. I don't need no more mums or dads. If you go to work and your boss is a woman, that's your mum. If you go to work and your boss is a man, that's your dad. You've got multiple sets of parents. I've only got the one now. I can say that. I will never be told when I can eat, when I can weed, when I can go away, when I can't, when I can see my man, when I can. Never. If I need a doctor's appointment, I'm going. If I want to go dentist, I'm going. If I need some trainers, I'm going. If the new computer game comes out and I want to spend all day tomorrow playing it, I'm playing it. That's what I'm doing. But you guys are happy to be slaves. You're happy to be slaves. And that's the problem, because people are so indoctrinated into this way of living. Guys, there's nothing wrong with working. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm saying wake up, work out, work for yourself. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying work for yourself, man. Do it for you. You're building up another man's empire, building up another woman's empire for them to talk to you like garbage anyway. These people wouldn't pee on you if you was on fire and you know it. What is the... I know what we'll do. I'm asking ChatGPT. In fact, hey Google, how many years does the average person work in their lifetime?
The average person works for approximately 35 to 45 years during their lifetime. Recent data for 2024-2026 shows that the expected duration of working life in the European Union is roughly 37.2 years, while in the UK and US, many people work for about 40 to 45 years, typically from their early 20s to their mid-60s. Key career lifetime stats. Metric. Average statistic. Total...
You've heard enough, guys. 37 years. I'm only 36. So the average person works longer than I've been alive. That's crazy. I've done my 20 years of graft for other people. There will not be one more day this crooked system gets out of me. Oh, if my brethren needs help and he's got his own business in, yo, G, can you come and, oh, do that. Oh, if a family member, yo, can you come and do this? Oh, do that gladly. I'll be a good little worker for people I love. Oh, you need that? Do it. Well, listen, what can I do to help? I'll do that for them. But you think I'm going to work. So some 40, I'm talking people I've really met. I'm not naming names, but these are characters I've met. So some 48-year-old depressed man whose wife left him because he couldn't hold it down. You idiot. You think you can tell me when I can go? I'll go toilet when I want, king. Respectfully. Order. I'm not the one. Man are watching me. Man are timing me when I've gone toilet and how long I've been in these big guys. Anyone who knows me knows I'm not lying as well. Anyone who really knows me, you know I'm not lying. Man are timing, man are watching and talking about he's got eyes everywhere. Bro, bun your eye. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I'll go toilet when I want. Respectfully. That's how I've always gave it up. You must be crazy. I've always known it was mad. It's never sat right with my person. It's never felt right to me. I always knew that this was wrong. I'm not saying hard work is wrong. I'm saying working for other people in this capacity is unnatural. We're slaves. And you guys have been tricked that you're happy about it. Hey, Google. What's the average age people die?
The global average life expectancy is approximately 73.5 years.
Right, 73.5 years. Okay. Hey, Google. What's the average age people retire?
global average retirement age is roughly 64 years, though it fluctuates based on a country's wealth and specific pension laws. In developed nations, people typically retire between 65 and 67.
So 65 and between 64 and 67. And when did they say you die? 73. You've got 5-6 years. You idiots! This is not funny. You've got 5-6 years to be yourself, to be free, after you've given your best years to these demons. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being one of them people who's retiring at 67 and dying at 73? You pay tax for 35 years. This is what Google, I'm not making this up. Google said this. So you've worked for 37 years, pay tax for 37 years to get back 5-6 years worth of a state pension. And that's it's all winter and you're all coughing and spluttering and you're ill and you're still going in. I've never had a day off. Does this make sense to you, you idiots? I will never work a day of my life for another man or woman again. I won't. I promise you that. I promise you I won't. I'm not saying I won't work. I will not work for another person. That's the difference. I work very hard at everything I do. But I will not do it for someone else. Unless it's friends or family, and then I am there to help. Oh, yo, cuz, yo, I'm doing this, cuz, yo, would you be able to? Yeah. Okay, what we doing then? It's not a problem. No problem. But for me to go for Sue and Tom and Steve and to tell me I can go to... You must be nuts. I'm mad at myself that I've done this for 20 years. I'm 36. I've done 20 years of work. These demons have had 20 years out of me already. I'm mad at myself already. Because I've always known it was wrong. Why didn't I do something about it sooner? I'm already vexed at myself. But no more. Picture working your whole life to retire to be dead in 6 years. Work for yourself, guys. Build your own dreams. Dame Dash said it the best, man. Dame Dash told us this, and I knew what he was saying. It was he did it in such a raw, unapologetic way that it woke up the community and everyone started doing all this boss talk and stuff. And I get it, and I heard it from then, and I was working. You know, I was working. I was being a good old little slave, and I heard what he said, and I was like, it's so true, but I'm trapped, I'm stuck. And this is how a lot of you will feel. You'll feel stuck. And I get it, guys. If you've got bills, we've all got bills, we've got things to pay for. So no one's saying just stop working. But at least if you have to work for someone else, if you have to call someone else mom, if you have to call someone else dad, at least be working on your exit strategy. Because this is the way the world's going, guys. They're squeezing out the middle class anyway. The middle class is not going to be here in 10, 15 years. Have you not noticed, guys? No one can really afford anything no more. You know, like, you look at the older generations, our parents and our grandparents, and, oh, we bought this house for, you know, this much and blah, blah, and they're all buying yards, and it was all a thing. Now it's like you've got to be in a couple to buy a yard. You've got to be, and even then, it's still a bit iffy. Back in them days, anyone with a job could buy a yard, pretty much. So, it's not like that no more. They're squeezing out the middle class. It's going to be very poor people and very rich people. That's where the world's going. Sorry to say. And you middle people, you good slaves, will be obsolete. AI's taking jobs anyway. Respectfully. AI can't take my job. So how about that? Because I work for me. AI can't stop me. You want to go and you want to be a good little grunt and a good little worker. Guys, anyone, unless you are highly skilled, and I mean highly skilled, anything officer, you've got 10 years left. Anything, unless you're like an IT specialist, anything remotely officer, remotely call center, remotely admin it, you've got 10 years, bro. You've got 10 years, sis. Respectfully. You know I'm not, guys, you know I'm not lying. You know I'm not lying. You've got 10 years left. I'm telling you, you've got 10 years. If that. You think your job's going to go, well, she's worked here for 10 years and she's always been on time and she's never had no sick time, so let's create another job role for her. No, you're gone, my gal. On the dole, you're going to have to do OnlyFans at that point. You're going to have to sell your crotch. They're promoting OnlyFans. That's what they're trying to turn all you women into anyway. They're turning all you women. Oh, just all go and be hoes. They've been promoting this to you for the last 5 years. Don't act like they haven't, you idiots. So eventually you might not have no choice. Because you've waited on work, dad, to fix your problems. Oh, there's all this incel community and all this, men don't respect women, women don't respect men. Women don't respect men. Because if the man's going home, the man goes to work every day and he has a boss and he has to answer to another man. And then she goes to work and she's answering to another man. She doesn't respect her man because her man answers to a man and she has another man who she looks up to. Remember back in the days when women used to stay at home and be housewives and stuff? I'm not saying that was necessarily better because I wasn't alive in them times. But what I do know is the fact that women have to work so much now, the authority has shifted. I believe that the man back in the days probably was the head of the household, whereas now it's like your woman's going to work and calling another man zaddy anyway. Your woman won't fix you a sandwich. Oh, baby, can you make me sandwich? Oh, look, you've been at home all day. I'm tired. She'll say that to you, but let Mike at work go, hey, love, can you go and do that? Yes, Mike, yes, Mike. Your woman listens to her boss more than you. And that, my friend, is why there's so many people married and talking about, oh, my wife has let me in 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Could never be me, don't get me wrong, but it happens. But people out there, man, are being starved of intimacy from their own wives. Man are being starved of intimacy. It's all linked. You think, oh, Guzzi, you're reaching. Why are you saying? No, it's all linked. Because she's got the man she respects. The man she has to stand up for and, yes, sir, yes, sir. She's already got him. The alpha male. It's Ian at work. You're begging little bit of Nardi, but Ian at work, let him walk into the office and she's all flicking hair and short and hair. It's not funny, guys, man. Wake up, work out, work for yourself. Get out of here because you're slaves. It's a trap. It's a trick. I ain't got much more to say, guys. I ain't got much more to say. But it's dark, guys. This is nothing. This is slavery. This is the plant. We are on the plantation still. It's just the scenery looks different, so you've been tricked. You're still slaves, okay? If you have to set your alarm and you have to get up at a specific time, you have zero control. You have no control. You have to get up at that time. Sometimes, guys, I can be a bit of a night owl. And I did this the other day. It might have been 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I'm playing on my phone and doing all kind of madness. Playing on games and just dumb stuff. And I thought to myself, I was saying, oh, I need to go to sleep, man. It's getting late. I need to go to sleep. And then it hit me and I thought, no, I don't need to go to sleep. Because I've got no boss. What am I going to sleep for now? If I can't sleep, I can't sleep. I wake up when I want. I leave the house when I want. I don't leave the house when I want. I do what I want. So no, I don't need to go to sleep now. If I sleep at 5 o'clock and I wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, who cares? Because no man or woman can tell me any different. That is freedom, my friends. That is order. I've done 20 years and I'm trying to sleep and I'm checking the alarm and how long have I got left and I'm tired and it's wet outside and it's cold and I'm going to be 5 minutes late. Can you remember the anxiety that would come over you when you was late? You must be crazy. I will never work another day for another person. I promise you that. Unless it's family or friends or myself. That's it. You're not going to see me clocking in and clocking out. And it's just not going to happen, guys. And that's what you should want for yourself. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying you can do it overnight. But at least plan. Do your little job. Work for someone. But have a plan to get out. Because they wouldn't wee-wee on you if you was on fire, my friends. Yes. It's true. Guys, I've got nothing else to say. Get out the matrix when you can. Figure it out. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having a job, but what I'm saying is that should not be the be-all and end-all. It shouldn't be. You should be figuring out how to get out. That's what the game is, guys. Peace.